Well, what started out as a simple walk home for one Metro teenager turned into a run for her life. Good evening and welcome to Local 5 News. I'm Stephanie Engelson.
And I'm Jack Miller. The young girl says a man tried to abduct her. She is safe tonight, and it's all thanks to a homeowner who stepped in to help. Local 5's Orko Manna spoke with that woman in tonight's big story, and he joins us now live from where it all happened. Orko?
Jack, Stephanie, the girl was walking home from Skate North, which is the skating rink right behind me, when she noticed a man following her. Now, although this was a scary incident, residents say they're thankful that a neighbor was nearby to make sure that this abduction never happened.
I heard a voice, and then I looked, and it was the girl coming right behind this white van, and she was just screaming. And
a terrifying moment for that girl and for Julia Binney, the woman who helped her.
I was just in terror because her face was so much in terror. I was just trying to match what she was feeling.
The 14-year-old girl was on her way home from a local skating rink when a man in a gray car stopped at this intersection, jumped out of his car, and started chasing her. Officials say she ran to the nearest house, which was where she saw Binney.
I just gave her my phone, and then eventually I just gave her a hug, and I said, "You're okay, like you're safe."
Binney's landlord called authorities while the girl called her parents. And when they arrived, it was an emotional moment for everyone.
When I saw the mom get here and gave her daughter a hug and they were talking, I started crying because it was like, oh my gosh, what if somebody tried to take my daughter?
And that's what other parents in the area are feeling too.
You just never think it's going to happen so close to your house.
Tiffany Markham says she talked to her sons about what happened because she wants to make sure they're safe.
You know, you don't want to scare them too bad about, the real world out there, but you kind of want to let them notice a little bit about how dangerous it can be.
The only thing it made me think is I hope there's more people out there like me that if my daughter one day got, into this situation and went running, I would hope somebody would have the same heart and just not even think twice about it and just give her the phone and try and help her out with whatever's going on.
The Polk County Sheriff's Office is urging residents in the area and across the metro to stay on alert. Authorities are still investigating the incident, and we'll be sure to update you with more information as we get it. For now, reporting live in Des Moines, Orko Manna, Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Orko, thanks. And cops are still looking for the guy tonight. He's described as a black male who's bald and between 25 and 30 years old. He was wearing a white T-shirt and was seen driving a gray car with no hood and a loud muffler. Very identifiable vehicle there. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers of Central Iowa or go to polkcountycrimestoppers.org.
Oh, pretty much all of the state is stuck in the middle of a heat wave for the rest of the week. It's really our big story today. Everybody talking about this, and a lot of people, James, asking, when is it going to cool down a little bit? Maybe get a little relief here.
Yeah, this is quite a heat wave. It's not just a little bit, a couple days in the low 90s. This is 5 days in a row of mid 90s or higher, as we thought today was going to be kind of the first day to ease our toe into the water, into the low 90s. But instead, nope, we jumped right into it at 95. Here's the heat index tracker of what to expect as we go forward. As we get into tomorrow morning, pretty mild start, going to feel about 78 degrees. But watch what happens as you get through the afternoon hours. I expect tomorrow to be just a little bit warmer than today. We saw 95 today. I think at 96, 97 tomorrow with a heat index of around 100, maybe 102 here in central Iowa. And then watch as we get into Saturday. Heat index goes up. It's because we're going to bring some more humidity in. Temperature might be a degree or two cooler, but we're going to get those dew points up to around 70, 71. That's going to make the heat index, we're feeling like 103 outside. So that's going to be potentially dangerous. So remember, keep cool, drink lots of water, take breaks, and find maybe a lake or a pool. What do you think, Stephanie?
Oh, that sounds great, James. Thank you. And speaking of, take a look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't it look like a nice, relaxing way to cool off? Well, if you are heading to an Iowa beach this weekend, listen up. The Iowa DNR says you should watch out for some water here in central Iowa because of high bacteria. The all clear is out tonight at Big Creek Beach, but earlier today the DNR was reporting high levels of E. coli. That warning has been lifted, but they do stress it could easily resurface. Last week's rain and this warm-up caused the spike in bacteria, and despite the warnings, a lot of people are still diving in.
And it will also be posted at the beginning of the beach when people come out there.
Yeah, I just kind of went right by. I didn't really notice that there was a sign at all. I want to know what kind of bacteria it is, stuff like that.
E. coli?
Yeah. Oh. Perfect.
Now, the DNR tests these lakes frequently, so you can find the results of those frequent tests on our website, which is weareiowa.com. And some more beach troubles around the U.S. tonight. An accident on an Oklahoma beach sent a teenager to the hospital. The kid was digging a tunnel in the sand when all of a sudden it collapsed, burying him. Bystanders, as you can see there, and emergency staff immediately tried to dig him out. And a freak accident in Virginia. A woman was killed while relaxing on the beach. A strong gust of wind sent an anchored beach umbrella across the sand, and it actually impaled her.
After months of speculation, President Obama has officially now endorsed the presumptive Democratic nominee. The president released a video earlier today explaining why he thinks Hillary Clinton is the best person for the job. Mr. Obama mentioned that Clinton is the most qualified person to be in the Oval Office, and he couldn't be more excited to support her. Back here in Iowa politics, it is a battle tonight of the lieutenant governors. Iowa's current lieutenant governor, Kim Reynolds, says the former lieutenant governor would not make a very good U.S. senator. Today at the state capitol, Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds said Patty Judge has a history of failed leadership, and Iowans need to vote for incumbent Senator Chuck Grassley in November.
Patty Judge is a candidate who was recruited and handpicked by the D.C. insiders, and it appears that she's more interested in defending the status quo from the Obama administration and Washington elite than really standing up for Iowa values.
Kim Reynolds is a Republican. Patty Judge, of course, is a Democrat. We'll hear from Patty Judge tomorrow. She'll be at Local 5 Studios, and we'll ask her about Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds' comments.
Coming up on Local 5 News at 10, are Iowa high schoolers learning enough math? See how many students need to go back to the basics when they get to college.
Then Waukee girls lead at halftime, but the game still goes into double overtime. See who's moving on in state soccer tonight.
And heat wave. How quickly does that parked car get hot? We did a little science experiment that was pretty shocking.
And after our first day of the season in